Brian Ostrovsky here. Happy to talk to you today about the use of Facebook by downtown. Specifically, the Gilroy Downtown Business Association asked us to critique how they're using their Facebook page. So I'll take a couple of minutes. Now, as for context, we've just initiated a project where we're going to be working with them to build a website. They don't currently have their own website, and so as a result, they don't have the ability to post content to their own website to share in. So I'll be referencing that as we go. So we're looking at the page here, pretty standard Main Street page. A couple of things, not terribly important, but I don't know that there's a lot of value in having the image match your profile and your cover. That said, remember, the look of your page is not terribly important because 98% of all interactions happen in people's news feeds, not on your page. So be mindful of it, but don't spend much time worrying about it. Okay, so we're going to scroll down. We're going to look at some of these posts. So right away, they're tagging businesses, tagging other pages. That's great. Too often we see shares that don't have tags, so that's good. You see a mixed picture, a share from another picture. It's kind of a wall of text. I try to break that up a little bit, maybe go the extra mile and tag some, especially the local businesses that are listed here. The big folks won't share it, but some of the local folks might. So never miss an opportunity to tap someone else to share your stuff. And as you continue going, they've got some events which are good. And then you get to some mom and pop things. So they're sharing this Cafe 152, which is nice. In this case, something more emotional, perhaps. Take mom there because, right? Or our favorite thing there is, right? Share some personal message to go with it. These are always fun, silly, not terribly engaged, but it's a clever one. It'd probably be better if it was easier to read, but keep going down. Some of these shares of businesses are probably a bit counterproductive. It's nice to throw them a bone, but they don't really get too much engagement. The reach here is probably limited. May or may not be worth it. It'd be better to, when you can share it, share their news, share that they supported a local nonprofit, share their new hire, share the stuff that has more human side of it if you can. If you look at this one here with the silly display, and then you see now that's got 41 interactions. That's pretty strikingly different, right? Because there's a human component. It's not just about their product or service, which, let's be honest, not the most compelling in and of itself, but it's about a person, it's about a silly display, it's about something different and irreverent, and it's got a very human message here. Say hi to Marlene and her staff. That call to action makes us feel pretty human. You come back to the next one. Nice that you're throwing them a bone, getting some love, but not a lot. Find a more interesting way to tell the story of your merchants, like the message above. What's something they do there? Do they have a quote from a local business? Did they help somebody? Did they do something that is more than just they're there? By comparison, this highlighting of the restaurant is sort of newsworthy. You're celebrating. They were selected to attend best or to a best, and so that's more sharing news and newsworthiness. Again, sharing news is always useful. More news. This is where you would start to want to get into a blog, right? So maybe you do a blog post of, here are 4 ways downtown Gilroy merchants were in the news this last week. And you summarize each one, you link out just what you've done here, but then you share that to Facebook, and that links back to your website. And you share that to your newsletter, and that links back to your website. And Google sees that, and now you're curating content on your blog. You're already doing it, but if you were to put that together in a blog, you get a lot more value. You get some SEO out of it. And total aside, but they're sharing their constant contact. That's a mistake. That's just a waste of opportunity. If they had a blog and they posted it there and they shared it to constant contact and they shared it to Facebook, they'd actually start ranking on Google. So nimble thimble, no more work, but get more benefits by having a blog. Now, once we have the site live, this will live as an event on your calendar. You can share that in so that you get traffic out to your site. And of course, it'll get distributed through local connections to all the Main Street downtown supporters, which will be great. Same thing here, Bartenders Union, if we can get them set up using their free tools, it'll automatically show up on the downtown site, get shared in. Again, the more you can get people out of Facebook and into something you can control and where they can browse for more information, the better off you'll be. on a whole, it's great to see that the Facebook page is active and there's stuff going on. There's a little bit of a mix of tone between promoting the merchants and promoting businesses overtly and promoting human interests. This one, obviously about an event, played really well. I think try to have a more consistent tone. I wouldn't spotlight businesses directly unless they were new, had a big anniversary, and in both of those cases, they are new, so it's newsworthy. They have an anniversary, it's newsworthy. It needs to be something that has more of a, here's why we're telling you about this business now versus, hey, look, here's a business. So I think with that adjustment and some of the sharing from your website, as that comes online, you'll see the value of your Facebook page increase dramatically. And if you're not already, when you click in here and you look at who all the people are that have liked and interacted, I see this as a like because I'm a person, but you'll see this as the ability to invite them to like your page. So make sure you don't miss that opportunity to convert all of the folks who interact with your posts into fans of your page to amplify that in the future.